Hello, I am Anirudh and welcome to this video. In this video, we will design Facebook login page using HTML and CSS. So for this video, I'll be using Visual Studio Code. So let's quickly open Visual Studio Code. This is basically a text editor. So after installing it, just go to File and click on Open Folder, and here I'll create a new folder and I'll name it Facebook. And select this folder, and in this folder we will create a new file, basically an HTML file, and I'll name it index.html. So press exclamation and tab, so you will get this code. Now let's quickly remove this title and I'll write here Facebook and save it. And inside this, so let's quickly create a CSS file for it. So go here and I'll name it style.css. So let's link this external CSS file. So this is our CSS file. So this is our CSS file. So let's add asterisks, then curly braces, then I'll set padding and margin to 0. And save it, and let's save it also, and let's quickly create a nav bar. So I'll be using nav tag, and inside this and in this I'll add a class of navbar. So let's quickly create a navbar class and let's save it in CSS file. So this is navbar class. Inside this I'll give padding top bottom 40 pixel and left right 0 pixel, and save it. And background color, so for background color, let's get back to our browser. So this is original Facebook login page. So I'll be using this color picker tool. You can install it. So its name is Colorzilla. So just click on it and I'll copy this color and I'll paste it here. This Colorzilla is basically a Chrome extension. You can download it. So let's reveal this. Double click on it. So now we are getting our navbar. So let's quickly write Facebook inside it. So just add a h1 tag, and I'll write inside it Facebook. So just refresh. So now we are getting Facebook here. So go to style and I'll add a class heading, and inside this I'll write float left. So this will align all the content inside this class to left. Let's save it, and I'll add that class to this h1 tag and save it, and let's refresh. So now let's quickly add some margin left of 500 pixel. Save, and I'll change the color of inside navbar to white and save, and let's refresh. So here we are getting our Facebook. So let's change its font size. I'll set its font size to 40 pixel. So let's add some margin. Top minus 15 pixel. Refresh. So here we are getting our Facebook. Now we have to add this. So now let's add these input and button. So for this we'll create a table. Inside this I'll write table and tr for rows and td for column. So first of all, let's copy this, paste here, and another td for password. So let's copy it and paste here. So similarly another tr, and in this we will add td and add input tag and copy this and copy this line and paste it and save. And let's quickly add a button, and here we will write login, and let's refresh. So here we are getting our input and button. So let's quickly, we need to add td here also, and cut this button from here and paste it here, and let's save it. And let's quickly add a class of input, and I'll add float right here. Save it and add this class to this table. Inputs and refresh. So this is float left and this is float right, and we have to write here input and refresh. So this will align the content to right, and let's quickly add some margin to it. So go here and add margin right, and I'll set it to 300 pixel or 400 pixel, and margin top to minus 10 pixel, and save it and just refresh. So now we are getting this. Let's quickly add another TD, and inside which we'll write forget account. So we need to create another row, then TD, and here we need to write forget, or I should add an anchor tag. I'll set it to hash, and here I'll write forget password, and save it and come here and refresh. So here we are getting our forget password. So let's apply some more margin. So let's change it to 20, save and refresh, and change this background color or change this color. So I'll add here style, and I'll change color to gray, save it and refresh. So now here we are getting gray color, and we'll shift it to right after some time. So let's quickly add this. So let's copy it, and I'll add another div, and I'll give content class to it, and we will define this class in CSS. So let's quickly add another div, and inside this we will write left. So we need to create these two classes, and inside this I'll add a h2 tag, and I'll paste this and save, and let's go here and write here left, and I'll write here float left, and I'll add here float left. Now I'll give some width to it. So I'll give width of 600 pixel and margin left of 400 pixel, and save. And before this I'll add another class content, and in this I'll give padding of 1000 pixel and 1000 pixel for top and bottom, and 0 pixel for left and right, and save it. And let's quickly add background color also. So I'll give it a background color from, I'll just copy the color from this color picker tool, copy this color, and I'll paste it here and save it. And now let's get back to, and here we have successfully changed this color, and we have successfully changed this color. So let's now quickly add the content, this content. Let's see why we are not getting this. We have applied left class here, and so now for now let's comment this and save it, and let's refresh. So here we are getting our hello. Facebook helps you connect and share with the people in your life. So let's quickly add padding. Now let's uncomment it, and we will only apply padding. For now I'll change padding to padding bottom, and I'll change it to 100 pixels. Let's save it. So let's refresh. So now this is how our page is looking. So let's get back to original Facebook login page and just copy this image address, and inside this div with left class I'll add an image tag, and I'll give source that I have just copied, and to alternate text I'll write Facebook, sorry, and let's save it. And now let's refresh. So this is what we are getting. So now we have added an image tag. So let's increase this padding bottom to 700 pixel. Let's save and refresh. So now this is how we are getting. Let's add some margin top to this left class. So I'll write here margin top of 40 pixel. Save it, refresh. So this is how we are getting our this side of page. And let's quickly add right portion of the Facebook login page. So I'll just copy this, create an account, and let's add another div, and I'll give it a class of right, and inside this div I'll add a paragraph tag, and I'll paste this create an account text, and I'll give it a class, or I'll give it inline style of, and I'll set font size to 40 pixel and save it. And now let's refresh. Now let's apply right class. Now let's define right class. So let's go to a CSS file and write here right, So I have set float to right, and I'll set some width of 600 pixel, and I'll add some margin right of 50 pixel or 200 pixel, and let's save it and let's see. So now it is fine. Let's add some more margin to it. So I'll change this 200 to 300 and save it and refresh. So and I also need to change its width. So firstly we will change the left side width to 400 pixel and just refresh. So this is how we are getting it, and this is how it is. Now let's quickly add some more margin left to this. So margin left, I'll add 500 pixel and set its width to 500, and let's refresh and let's change this to 250 and let's refresh. So this is how we are getting. So this is how we have shifted create an account to little right, and now let's add another para. So I'll copy it from here and I'll give it a style and change its font size to 20 pixel, and let's refresh. Sorry, let's refresh this page, and I'll add some margin top of 5 pixel. Now let's quickly add our input tags. So we will create a table for it, table, then add tr, and we will add td, and in this we will add input and copy this line and paste it, and similarly we need to create another tr and then td, and inside this we have to add input tag, and again copy this and paste it, and let's save it and refresh. So here we are getting our input tags. So let's quickly add some style to it. So I'll add a class small and add it and give it width of 150 pixel, and sorry, and height of 40 pixel, sorry, and I'll give it some margin of 1 pixel. Similarly, we will create another class large and I'll give it width of 300 pixel and height of 40 pixel and some margin. So I'll give it margin of 1 pixel. Save, and let's add this class here. So in this input tags, I'll add class of small, and in this, in this input tag we will add class large, and similarly here we will add class large and save it. And now let's get back to our browser and refresh. So this is how we are getting it. So let's add some calls. So let's set these two input calls pen to 2. So in this td I'll write calls pen to 2, and similarly here calls pen to 2, and I'll also give some border radius to them of 8 pixel, and copy this line and paste it here, Control S, and now let's refresh. So now this is how we are getting our input tags. So this is, let's shift this to little right. So let's change this right to 220 pixel, and let's refresh. Now it is okay. Let's add some margin top to it of 15 pixel. Refresh. So now it is looking okay. And let's add placeholders. So first name and surname. So go to index, and in these input tags we will add placeholder. So, and I'll write here first name, and here surname, and save. And we have to write mobile number or address, and in this we have to write new password. So placeholder, and here we will write new password. Save. Now let's refresh. Let's refresh this. So let's change these input tags placeholder font size. So let's go here, and here we will, and here we will set placeholder text, in this, or I'll write here colon colon and then placeholder, and then font size to 20 pixel. Save, refresh. So now here we are getting font size of 20 pixel. So let's see here. Let's change it to 18 and add some padding of 1 pixel, and let's refresh. So now this is looking good, and I'll change this border radius to 5 pixel. And reload this page. So now it is looking great. So now we have to add this birthday and gender and these checkbox. So for this I'll just copy paste the code that I have. So now let's quickly add another row, and I'll add a para, birthday, and then another row, and sorry, I have to write here td, for row data, and here I have to write select tag, and inside this, sorry, firstly we need to add td and cut it from here, and I'll paste it here, and inside this we have to give options. So I'll give this option 0, and I'll write here day, and similarly I'll just add other values here. So now I'll just paste these options. So this will give us day. So let's save it and let's refresh. So here we are getting our birthday, and this is day. So this is giving us days and dates. So similarly we have to add other month, other options for other select tag for month and year. So I'll quickly just copy paste the code. So now I'll add td, and inside this I'll paste this month, and I've added a class of drop down to it. So similarly I'll add another td for year, and I'll just copy paste, and now I'll paste here options select tag and options for month. So this will give us option for month, and let's save it and let's refresh. So now we are getting 3 day and month, 3 select options for day, month and year. So we need to add some CSS to it. Before adding any further CSS, I'll add another row and paste paste all these checkboxes and this button. So I'll just paste it from here that I have already created. So Control C, and I need to paste it here. Control V, Control S, and let's go here and refresh. So this is what we are getting. So we need to add here another tr, refresh. So now it's fine, male and female. And in this way we can create our Facebook page. So now let's apply some CSS. So to this I'll remove this td, and from here also I'll remove this td, and save it, and let's refresh. So similarly we need to remove it from here. So from here we have removed, and save it. Let's refresh. So now it is looking great. So to this I'll add a break tag, and to this td I'll add some inlet style. So I'll set its font size to 15 pixel, and I'll give it a margin top of 10 pixel, and save it, and let's refresh. So here so we have applied this to this birthday. So let's add a paragraph tag here. So right here P, and cut this style and add it here, and I'll just cut this birthday from here and paste it here, and let's save it, and let's refresh. So now we have given some padding to it. So let's now increase its font size to 20, and let's change its color to gray, and just refresh. So now we have changed its color to gray, and similarly we have to apply it for these checkbox. So let's go here, and we need to apply this for these checkboxes. So, and we also need to add this custom checkbox. So just slide down, and we don't need this TD, so I'll remove it, and I'll remove this also. So we need to add, firstly we need to copy this, and we need to add it here, and I'll change it to custom and save and refresh. So now we are getting three checkboxes. So now let's remove these TDs, and I'll add it. So remove this one also. Control Z, and let's remove this also, and this also, and Control S, and now let's refresh. So we need to remove this break tag, and this also, and Control S, and refresh. So this is how we have placed three radio buttons. So now let's quickly add another TR above it, and in this we will add TD and para, and here we will write gender, and we will apply same class from here that we have applied to this birthday. So sorry, style. So copy and paste it here and save, and now let's refresh. So now we have added this gender here and birthday here, and these three radio buttons. And so let's quickly add this select option, and this. So after it we need to add a TR, and in this we have to add TD, and then select, and and inside this we have to give option and select your pronoun. So I'll write here select your pronoun and save it. So, and after it I'll add another TR sorry, and TD, and I'll write here your pronoun is visible, and let's save it, and let's go back here and refresh, and let's make the size a little bigger. So in this I'll add a style, inline style, and I'll set its width to 300 pixel, and padding of 5 pixel, and I'll also add some border radius to it. So border hyphen radius, and I'll set it to 5 pixels. Let's save it, and now let's refresh. So now we are getting it like this. So let's quickly add column. So call span to 2. So I will write here 2 and save, and now let's refresh. So now it is fine. So now let's add some margin also. So let's add some margin. Five pixel and auto. So let's refresh. So now we have applied some padding to it, and let's see what left. So we have to add another TD, sorry, firstly TR. We need to add another row to our TV, so for which we will write TR tag and then TD, and here we will add input, and let's apply style to it. So I'll copy this style and paste it here, and I'll also add height to it of 40 pixels, and let's save it, and now let's refresh. So here we are getting this. So let's increase its height to 50, and sorry, let's change it to 40, and just add a placeholder to it. So we will add a placeholder here. So I'll write here placeholder, and write here gender, I'll write here optional, and save it, and let's refresh. So here we are getting this gender, and now let's quickly copy this and add another TR, and inside this we will add TD, and then paste it and save it, and let's refresh. So this is how we are getting it. So let's change its width, or I'll add a para inside it, and I'll write, now I'll add some style to this para. So I'll use inline styling, and I'll give it a width of 300, sorry, I'll give it a width of 1 or 280 pixel, and font size of 5 pixel. So let's refresh. Let's change it to 200 and set it to 15, and let's refresh. No, oh, we need to set it to 200. Save, and now let's see, let's make it 250. Refresh. Now it is fine. So now we need to add a button, so for which we need to add a tr, then td, then button. So I'll add a style. I'll add style here only. So I'll give it a width of 200 pixel and height of 30 pixel, and also give padding of 5 pixel. So let's add a semicolon here and save and refresh. So here we are getting a button. So let's also add border radius to it. Border hyphen radius of 5 pixel, and I'll change its background color to green, or I'll use color picker to select this color. So color picker, and let's paste it here, and inside this button we will write sign up, save. Now let's refresh. So here we are getting our sign up. Let's add some more height to it. So I'll change it to 35 and add some more padding, so 10, and let's refresh. So now it is looking great. And now we have to add this tr also. So Ctrl C, and we will add a break tag, and then we will add tr, and inside it we will add td and paste it, and let's refresh. So now we are getting this. Let's decrease its font size. So I'll change it to 11 and refresh. So now it is fine, and we need to add another break tag here and refresh. So let's remove this break tag, save it, and we need to add another tr, and then break tag and refresh. So for bottom part I'll just copy paste it from here. So let's copy this div and I'll paste it here, and let's save, and now let's refresh. So let's quickly add a class footer, and we will add a clear both, and text hyphen align center, and we will add a width of 500 pixel and margin left of 700 pixel or 600 pixel. Sorry, let's change this here both to left. Save it, refresh. We need to change style, so let's comment this margin left. Let's refresh. So here we are getting this, and I'll change this to clear right. Save, refresh. So let's see where we are making this mistake. So we need to cut this from here, or we need to cut this from here and paste it before closing body tag. So let's save, and now let's refresh, and now let's add some padding, margin. Control S and then refresh. And let's change its font size to 15 pixel. So this is how. So this is how we have designed our Facebook login page using HTML and CSS. You can add some more style and CSS to it. So thanks for watching this video.